Azula is a fictional character and antagonist of Nickelodeon's animated television series Avatar, The Last Airbender. Created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Bryan Konietzko, the character is voiced by veteran voice actress Grey DeLisle. In the show, Azula is the crown princess of the Fire Nation and a firebending prodigy. Upon Fire Lord Ozai's orders, she begins a quest with her childhood friends Mai and Ty Lee to retrieve her exiled brother Prince Zuko and their uncle Iroh, while also attempting to capture the Avatar, a transcendent being capable of manipulating all four elements. Azula is known to be cold, cruel, manipulative, and, as her brother Zuko says, always lies. Throughout the series, she is shown to be able of a much higher level of bending and yields blue flames, instead of red and orange, as well as having the rare firebending ability to generate pure whitish-blue lightning. Plot overview: Azula first appears in a flashback during 13-year-old Zuko's Agni-Kai, a duel that takes place between two firebenders using their pyrokinetic, thermokinetic abilities, against their father, Fire Lord Ozai, which left Zuko scarred and later banished, due to his refusal to fight his father, who took this as a sign of weakness and disrespect. Azula makes a second brief appearance at the end of the first season, when Ozai tasks her with repatriating Zuko and Iroh, hers and Zuko's uncle who accompanied Zuko during his exile. Although Azula's age is never stated in the series itself, the Avatar website gives her age as 14. She is Fire Lord Sozin's great-granddaughter through Ozai, and of Avatar Rocko's through her mother, Ursa. In another flashback, it is revealed that she is named after her paternal grandfather Azulan, Ozai's father. Even as a child, Azula demonstrated her natural talents early in life, along with her tendency for malice and perfectionism. Her sharp wit and the skill she displayed towards firebending gained her much attention and acclaim, often at Zuko's expense. Even when young, Azula suggests that her father would make a better Fire Lord than the heir apparent, her uncle Iroh, whom she dubbed a quitter and a loser for abandoning his siege of the Earth Kingdom's capital Ba Sing Se, which would have secured the Fire Nation's victory in the war, after the death of his son Lu Ten. After Iroh's brief cooperation with the series protagonists, Ozai tasks Azula with capturing Zuko and Iroh. Azula eventually encounters the Avatar in Omashu, and in later attempts to capture him enlists her childhood friends Ty Lee and Mai. Azula continues to pursue the Avatar, Zuko, and Iroh for the rest of the season. After her initial failure to enter Ba Sing Se using a giant drill to breach the city's strong outer wall, Azula comes in contact with the Kyoshi warriors, fighters who, despite their lack of the ability to bend dresses and utilize the fighting style of Kyoshi, are past Avatar, whom Azula along with Mai and Ty Lee defeat and impersonate. Thus disguised, Azula, Ty Lee, and Mai enter Ba Sing Se and plot a coup with the treacherous minister Long Feng, only to betray him later, and annex the city to the Fire Nation. Azula encounters Zuko in Ba Sing Se and convinces him to join her in order to redeem his birthright as crown prince. During their showdown, Azula appears to have killed Aang with a bolt of lightning. However, Azula gives Zuko credit for the kill, so that, in the event that Aang survived, Zuko would face the disgrace and dishonor of the failure. During the two-part episode The Day of Black Sun, Aang assembles an elite invasion force and attacks the Fire Nation capital, taking advantage of an eclipse that rendered the Firebenders powerless. Having gained knowledge of the invasion during her infiltration in the Earth Kingdom, Azula warned the Fire Lord and evacuated to an underground bunker prior to the invasion. Azula and her agent stall Aang and his friends Sokka and Toph from finding Fire Lord Ozai before the eclipse, lasting only 8 minutes, allowing the Fire Nation retaliate with full force once they regained control over their bending abilities, causing the invasion to fail. Later, Azula, accompanied by Mai and Ty Lee, head to the Boiling Rock, the top security Fire Nation prison, where Zuko has been captured in an attempt to infiltrate the prison and rescue the captured forces of the failed invasion. But Zuko, Sokka, Suki, and Sokka's father Hakeda escape. Mai betrays Azula, by aiding the group in escaping, and proclaims that she did so out of her love for Zuko, and the latter attempts to attack Mai, but is stopped by Ty Lee, who renders Azula incapable of bending by blocking her chi. After imprisoning Mai and Ty Lee, Azula leads a platoon to the Western Air Temple, where she contends with Zuko. In the finale, Ozai marks Azula his successor as Fire Lord. But soon afterward, Azula sinks into paranoia and banishes nearly all of her servants and advisors. Before she is crowned, Zuko and Katara interrupt the ceremony, whereupon Azula challenges Zuko to single combat in an Agni Kai. However, her attacks, while powerful, are wild and emotional while Zuko's are calm and disciplined. And when his attacks begin to overpower her, Azula sends a bolt of lightning towards Katara, but ends up striking down Zuko, who attempted to redirect it. She is ultimately defeated by Katara, who takes her captive via waterbending. Following the end of the war, Azula is admitted to a psychiatric institution due to her mental breakdown, where she is closely monitored. Personality: Azula is a prodigy of the Fire Nation. She is also a dedicated perfectionist, even as a child. And from a young age, Azula demonstrated sadistic aggression and lack of remorse in actions of harming others, both physically and emotionally. There has been only one known occurrence of Azula showing remorse and apologizing. Although an amazing strategist and capable of predicting her enemies' moves, she is awkward in social situations, and later admits to jealousy of Ty Lee's ability to attract potential sweethearts during the beach episode. She ends up seducing Chan with Ty Lee's advice to act dumb. However, she scares him away when she shows her real personality. From childhood she believed her mother favored Zuko and thought Azula monstrous, which she admitted to be true, but it still hurt. After she was betrayed by Mai and Ty Lee, her mental state gradually collapsed. After her defeat, it is revealed in the graphic novel, The Search, that she was admitted into a mental institution in the Fire Nation due to her psychosis, paranoia, and deranged mental state. Although Azula acts cold-hearted towards her uncle and her brother, she appears to show some care and affection towards her friends, like apologizing after unintentionally insulting Ty Lee, as well as looking out for her brother in earlier episodes of Season 3. Though she can also be quite domineering and manipulative, shown when she threatened Ty Lee into leaving her circus. Combative abilities: Azula is a very difficult person to defeat in single combat. Her excellent firebending abilities, hand-to-hand combat skills, intelligence, and agility make her a formidable opponent. She is also capable of lightning generation, one of the rarest types of firebending. Iroh notes that it isn't really possible to teach lightning generation, it's just something particularly powerful firebenders are capable of. Azula is unique in that she creates blue flames, which implies the flames she creates are hotter and contain more energy according to Planck's law than those of other firebenders who bend red or orange flames. Azula can also use her firebending in previously unseen ways, such as jets of flames and whirling discs. She often firebends using only 2 fingers, rather than a closed fist or open hand common to other firebenders. Azula can fight for long periods of time without tiring. She is also able to generate powerful shields of swirling flames, which she once used to withstand the simultaneous combined attacks of Aang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko, Iroh, and Toph. She is even able to charge up her fire before releasing it, as was seen during one fight with Aang. Azula is able to propel herself, using her flames, in a manner similar to a rocket. This ability has also been extended as a means to fly for short periods of time, as seen in the Boiling Rock. She is also a skilled unarmed fighter. In the Avatar state, she bested Zuko without firebending, and in the Day of Black Sun, avoided the combined forces of Aang, Toph, and Sokka for several minutes without her bending to aid her. In Appa's Lost Days, when Suki made a stab attack at Azula with her fan, Azula jumped horizontally and knocked Suki's sword out of her hand and onto a tree. She also has the ability to lie easily without causing any change in her breathing and heart rate, indicating her psychopathic tendencies, making it nearly impossible to detect if she's lying, as demonstrated in the episode The Day of Black Sun. She is also an accomplished strategist, as she was able to conquer Ba Sing Se, a city thought to be impenetrable, while usurping the Earth King and hierarchy of the Earth Kingdom capital all in one swift move. Azula is an expert in persuasion. She is capable of using psychological warfare, intimidation, and mistruths to con other people into obeying her. She can also breathe fire, as shown when she was defeated by Katara and Zuko. Appearances in other media. Video games. She appears as an antagonist in the video games Avatar, The Last Airbender The Burning Earth and Avatar, The Last Airbender Into the Inferno, again voiced by Grey DeLisle. Film. Azula appears in the live-action feature film The Last Airbender in a flashback where Zuko gets his scar, and before the end credits roll, she is played by Summer Bice Hill. References. External links. Azula at Nick.com